Hello everyone, can you hear me? Hi. Hello. I just did an investigation on this hot new currency called Kronii, Skronii, whatever it's being called. Kronii, Skronii. That's right, it's been a tumultuous year for pump and dumps and rug pulls, so people are getting more creative these days, right? For example, we saw earlier this year, right, the Mori Promise coin. We started off with the Mori Promise coin and also the JChad coin. In particular, the Mori Promise coin, for example, was an especially toxic one. Yes. That we saw this year that it had a bit of promise, as of course the name would imply, Mori Promise coin. The problem with this particular coin is that it relies on something called toxic psychology. Now, toxic psychology is also reliant on dark patterns. Dark patterns are very manipulative sorts of behavior that sort of trick the consumer into thinking that they're getting what they want, but really, all of the control is in the hands of the person that is trying to sell you this coin. Right. So for example, let's take the Mori Promise coin. With the Mori Promise coin, everything is in the hands of Mori in regards to how much value the coin actually has. So you don't actually have any control, which is typically the case for most of these coins in the Yum Yum space, which we know. But this one in particular relies on a very sort of toxic psychology. You have a coin too? No, it's a different Mori. It's a different Mori. No. That's Mori's coin. I'm Callie. Different person. So now that we've gotten that clarified and out of the way, in particular, right? Where is the Persona 3 karaoke? Where is it? We still don't know. We don't have a date. And thusly, Mori is able to drive the price of the coin down whenever she wants to, which is not typically something that she likes to do, considering that the higher price the coin gets, the quicker she'll be able to pull out of the market as the person that is selling the coin. However, what you might not have expected is that Mori is not very good at keeping promises, and that is probably her one biggest downfall. Yes, for example, the Persona 3 karaoke, posting a community note about the movement of the membership stream. We have various examples where the Mori Promise coin has failed. Then we also have the JChad coin, right? Whatever happened to that? Whatever happened to the JChad coin? We don't know. Why is that? Because JChad disappeared. Forever. We don't know where she is. But all of that being put aside, I would say that we can go ahead and just file that away as the classic run-of-the-mill pump and dump scheme. Right? They push this coin, and then they disappear forever. It is what it is. It can't be helped. Anybody who purchased that coin is, well, they don't deserve it. Nobody deserves this. But if you did purchase that coin, you got a couple things to think about. How do you want to invest from here on out? Maybe not with something like this. Maybe nothing related to Mori, right? But that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about a brand new investigation that I just conducted in regards to this Kronii coin. Skronii, as I like to call it, because... But why would you buy this? I'm making fun of it at this point. Putting these coins aside because they don't really matter, let's talk a little bit about Kronii. Now, Kronii, who is the person that is pushing and trying to promote this coin with all of her being, all of her social media presence and whatnot, I'm disappointed, right? Why is that? Well, not only is she a grifter, not only is she pushing this coin, but she is also, unfortunately, apparently, a Mori fan. Not just a Mori fan, a Mori Calliope fan. If you look here, you can see that she actively retweeted a promotional tweet about my solo live. Really? Exposed. There's no way. But she's apparently a fan of the show. And I guess that can't be helped. If you're watching this now, Kronii, I hope that you can change your ways. Let's go ahead and put this away, though. Basically, what I want to talk about are the many lives that are being affected by this coin. So a lot of people seem to be taking the bait. They're falling for it. For example, we have an anonymous example here from a fan saying, "Hi, Ouro Kronii. My 35 grand of Kronii coin is now $2,000 after 5 minutes of buying. I am a fan of you, Kronii, but you took my life savings." I purchased your coin that you were so excited about with my life savings and children's college education fund as well. You tricked me, right? So this is only one of many, many examples that we have. Even if you just click the $sign Kronii, scrony, whatever they're calling it, if you click it, you will be taken to I guess a hashtag of sorts where all kinds of people are talking about what this coin has done to them and how it has destroyed their lives. Some people may say skill issue, but you know what other people are saying? I sold my apartment. I sold my family. And contrary to Kronii's belief, you can't buy a new family. It's not possible. No matter what she tries to make you think, if you buy this coin, you're gonna lose it all. There's nothing you can do about it. My grandpa, for example. See, doing this live instead of making it into a video is a better idea because we can get live actual examples. However, I also see some people in chat are saying things like, Kronii coin turned me into a gazillionaire overnight. I just bought a new Lamborghini. Well, those people, and I mean it when I say this, those people are being paid off. It may not seem like it now, because it's only been about a day, but I went and did my research. I did my research and found out that there are so many lives that were affected by this. By this classic rug pull. Right. Now then, I can get into more of the evidence, because I'm sure that what you all want to see is cold, hard evidence, which is something, might I say, that Ouro Kronii was not able to provide to you all. She was not able to provide you this evidence. Instead, you got this. You got this graph. Now, if we take a really close look at this graph, there's something that we can notice right off the bat, and it's subtle. It's subtle, so you may not be able to pick it up right away, but if you look very closely at this graph, you will begin to notice that, it makes no fucking sense. It makes no sense. None of it. So, for example, time being equal to money. We'll get a little bit more into this a bit later, so make sure that you stay until the end. But there's a very clear and concise explanation for why she uses this exact explanation to try and get you to buy her coin. Time equaling money. What is that about? We'll get into it a little bit later. But let's go ahead and put this graph away because it's nonsense. For now, what I'd instead like to show you is a different graph. So, in the first place, Ouro Kronii is very, very good at covering her tracks, okay? So, recently, you've been hearing her say things like, to the moon! Such rhetoric is very common in the Yum Yum space. She's been saying, to the moon, it's gonna go to the moon. However, if you listen very closely, you may begin to notice that instead of to the moon, what she's saying sounds a little bit closer to the moon. Now, what does this mean? I can show you. First and foremost, take a look at the moon up in the sky. Very high up there, of course. Up in the sky, so high you can't even see it. Maybe it's daytime, but I know that for a lot of you guys, it's nighttime. So the moon is out there. If you go look at it, it's very high in the sky. Next, we have here the hololive English talent page, which is rather big, but I'll go ahead and resize it for our purposes. Yes, here it is. So we have a list full of the talents that are in hololive English right here before us, before our very eyes, okay? Let's take a look at this. Can you identify Moom? Because I can. I know her well. I can see her on the screen right now. As a matter of fact, I'll go ahead and draw a little circle around her in a moment. All right, so we can see that she is right here. There's Moom, right there. Now, if you go ahead and change out this image here, and this is how she covers her tracks. This is very important. The moon is up in the sky, but the moon is here, rather low. Would you want your stocks to go to the moon? Or would you want them to go to the moon? Big question. Can't believe this. It's an understandable response, but I did the research. It was tough, but I came up with this theory. So your stocks, instead of going to the moon, right? Let's say that your stocks start here. Instead of going to the moon, as Kronii made you believe, They're not going to the moon. They're going to the moon. So, perchance, if you were to lose all of your money to this Kronii coin, regardless of what you do, you can't go after her because she said it. She covered her tracks. She covered her tracks very well so that nobody can actually do anything in the court of law. The only thing that I can do is to tell you not to partake in this coin. Do not buy it. Do not buy it. You will be doing yourself a favor if you stay far away from it. Far away. 1 Kronii equals 5 berries. Now we're getting a little bit off topic. Another point that I wanted to bring up is that I actually contacted Ouro Kronii. That's right, I reached out to Ouro Kronii for an interview via direct message. In fact, we received a reply as recently as a few minutes ago. But I presented her with overwhelming evidence. And you want to know how she responded? With a Philippian, uncaring response that I will now show you. In the first place, here's the beginning of our correspondence. I reach out to Ouro Kronii and I say, "Hi there. Recently saw you promoting a new interesting venture in the Yum Yum space. Mind if I ask you a couple of questions? For transparency's sake, I'd like to use these answers in a video I'm making. Hope that's okay with you." And then Kronii responded. And her response was as follows. It starts off very cordial. She says, and I quote, "Of course, thank you for your interest. I'm so glad that you'd like to promote it to more people. Be sure to ask away." So she's automatically kind of getting the message mixed up and kind of doesn't really understand my intentions at this point. But I go ahead and I show her the evidence that I've collected by first starting off with a bit of an easy question. Now, this should have been an easy one for her to answer. This should have been a no-brainer for her. I said, "Thank you so much for your time. First and foremost, I noticed this graph you presented on your stream. It's a very interesting curve to say the least, really something I've never seen in the space before. Just wondering, where exactly did you get this data? You mentioned some experts in your team, and I don't doubt their credentials, but I'd love to maybe get a bit of insight on where they got these figures. If you don't mind me asking." If you don't mind me asking, me over here trying my best to be polite. Do you think she liked that? Do you think that she liked my attempt to be polite? What do you think that she said? What do you think? Because I'll show you what she said. This was her response to me being as polite as I could. She said, "Of course I mind you asking, but I'll still tell you. See, my team specializing in this field of expertise have analyzed trends from all markets and have been able to come to such a conclusion. However, I don't like to reveal company secrets in making the coin successful as it is now in its niche circle," which is typically a classic excuse used by these people pushing this coin. "However, I don't like to reveal the secrets. We got over that. We read that. What I can say is, they are mainly composed of trend analysts and have decided that time is money. And since I have all the time in the world, this means I have an unlimited source of money too. I hope this was a good summary for you. Please continue spreading the word. I can hear the stonks going up. FOMO for mofos. FOMO no Momo. Cash in tongue emoji. Glasses on emoji. Money banks emoji. Money bag." Right. Okay. So, right off the bat, we get a very specific kind of attitude from these people that are pushing this coin, right? This very obvious rug pull. We get a very specific attitude from them. It's a bit Philippian. They don't really want to answer questions. They bring up things like secrets to the trade, which is not how it should be in the first place, especially considering that during the stream she mentioned that she had a great deal of care for her audience, right? If she really did have a great deal of care for her audience, then wouldn't she be willing to be transparent with them? Why not do a members stream? It just doesn't make any sense. Additionally, I can already point out several loopholes in this conversation. First of all, she mentions having money, but it's her money. Nobody else's money, just hers. In particular, time equaling money, but not everybody in the world has time is the problem. So I go ahead and I leave some of this out, but that's because there's a different conversation, a different topic that I want to bring up a little bit later. Right, so I say, in response, right, you have unlimited time and also therefore money, but also, aren't you the main investor? And this is where the kicker is. Based on my analysis, you withheld... Sorry, I have to take a drink from my freshly cried clock tears. Right. So, I say, and I quote, "Aren't you the main investor? Based on my analysis, you withheld a good amount of circulating supply of this coin. Also considering how much you were hyping it up on stream, it makes sense. And also, my PI informed me of your wallet address. So let's not try to lie to Mori about this, right?" So I actually had a private investigator go in and try to sniff out her Yum Yum Space wallet. And we found it. Now, for privacy reasons, obviously I cannot show it to you, but it opened up a whole lot of different insights for us. Shortly after the stream, once the price of the coin had peaked, a suspiciously large amount of coin was sold, and the price plummeted. Ring any bells? And so now I have a graph for you in which I show her an actual real-time graph. So as you can see at the peak, at the very, very peak right there when the coin had reached its absolute highest point, that was when the stream ended. And that was when somebody mysteriously cashed out everything. Who could that have been? But perhaps the main investor who is holding the largest amount of the supply for themselves, waiting for the price to go all the way up. Essentially, a classic textbook, and I say textbook because I mean really, really quite textbook, rug pull. In essence, that is what it is. Now, this isn't where our conversation ends, but I want to really get into the idea of time versus money. And time equaling money. What is this about? When you think about it, right? Let's be generous and assume that time really does equal money, okay? Because the first thing that I'm thinking is, why does time equal money not justify the so-called stonks being presented? Well, the reason is because, does time really equal money? Does money also equal time? No time, no money, but also no money, no time. Let's go ahead and assume that those are the same thing. Money and time go hand in hand with each other, right? Let's just be generous and assume that, okay? Whenever I open my Yum Yum wallet and look inside, well, I see no money. The evidence is corroborated by the fact that Kronii coin, aka Scrony, is worth approximately 1/5,000,000th of a penny right now, give or take. Therefore, there is no time. Therefore, Kronii is not present despite the fact that I purchased the non-fuckable token. It's a clever tactic, because with no money in my wallet, Kronii, time, is nowhere to be found. So there's no one to point the finger at. Meanwhile, if the token did succeed, you'd see money, therefore Kronii, and have someone to praise and thank instead of admonish. A very clever tactic indeed, but it wasn't enough to fool me. Again, she has tried so hard to cover up her tracks, but in that same way, her attempting to cover up her own tracks led to me being able to sniff out the scam that is Kronii coin. Now, what if I told you that the scam has a very obvious loophole that you just have to look a little bit below the surface to see? We'll get to it in a moment, but I want to go ahead and continue this interesting conversation that I had with Kronii over here, because it gets worse. Now, I present her with this graph and I receive no reply, and so I send another bit of evidence, which is basically the same thing, but kind of made into layman's terms so that she can understand better, because I get the feeling that she is maybe not as smart as she thinks she is. Shortly after your stream, how strange, right? When all of a sudden the price drops, and it hasn't risen since. Why would someone sell so many coins at peak price? Surely not everyone is deciding to sell at the same time. How about you have your experts look at this data instead? And I sent her the data. Also, I recall that you mentioned something about early investors. Have you ever heard of the term Ponzi scheme before? Now, I know I'm already going after her for a very obvious rug pull. Why would I now bring in something like a Ponzi scheme into the mix? Because she mentioned the early investors. And that's why I'm looking very closely at all the different angles. Because if this isn't your classic rug pull, at the very least, it is definitely a Ponzi scheme. When you look at all of the early investments that have been made, they are actively taking money from people who are lower on the pyramid. The audacity. I too am so concerned. There's only so much that I can do with my research. She does not reply to this. And instead, the reply that I receive is something to the tune of this. Well, I'll show you in just a moment, but I don't want to spoil everything that happens in the story because there is a lot that goes on here. Now, sorry about that. Hold on just a moment, everybody. We're having some technical difficulties. There we go. All right, now we can get right back into it. So, in my messages with her, I just showed you this one, but we'll go ahead and change it to the next section of our messages via DM on Twitter. Now, she responds with this. Hello, Kronie's working hours are closed. Please try again later. Now, there's a possibility that this is her manager, and that cannot be helped. However, I don't believe this. Why don't I believe this? Because it's the middle of the fucking day. Who doesn't work at the middle of the day? Now, you may argue, maybe they're a bunch of night owls. Maybe they're only available in the evening, which is why they were able to answer my beginning questions, but it seems a little bit convenient. Don't you think? Just a little too convenient. Perhaps there was management involved, but with all of these questions, you'd think that somebody would really want to cover their own ass in this kind of situation. Maybe she just doesn't care. Or maybe, and I say this with almost near certainty, she's not here anymore. Why do I say this? Because I had my private investigator do a bit of digging. You know, that's okay. You don't have to give me a straight answer. My people did a little investigating. By the way, isn't this you, with you, in the Bahamas? Now, this is something that I put my own money into in order to get information on. 2 cronies, which is not something that we aren't used to. WTF, says Takanashi Kiara. That's right. I know it's hard to believe, but this is a legitimate photo that we got from my private investigator who went out of their way to go search for Kronii in the Bahamas. Now, what do we make of this? Why would someone so very conveniently, after pulling off such a scheme, go somewhere? Even if it wasn't a scheme, right? Out of nowhere, going to the Bahamas, in a place where we can't find her. There's something strange afoot here. And you want to know what she says to this bit of information? And this is something that we got a couple of minutes ago, mere moments ago. She says, and I quote, "Sorry, I'm not taking further questions. You can speak to my 3 lawyers who will contact you in the future." Why specifically 3, I wonder? Maybe it has nothing to do with the case. But this is fishy to me. I can't believe this. Not in good faith. She's not taking any further questions. This is something that we've heard time and time again. I am ready to go to court with her over this, and I've done so in the past with plenty of people that I've investigated in the past. And it will be tough. But I will go to court with her, because everything that I did was legal. The things that she did, however, those things, scamming everybody who watches her and believes in her, those are not. And I will stop at nothing to make sure that my journalism gets to the ears of people that need to hear it. We will go to court over this if we need to. So many things are clear to me now, I think, says Takanashi Kiara in parentheses. I wonder if Takanashi Kiara too was scammed by Kronii. If you haven't yet been scammed by Kronii, make sure that you are careful and do not touch this coin no matter what. It will only bring you misfortune. There is absolutely no benefit to having this coin, and I mean that with my full chest. There is nothing to gain from this. In fact, you can already see that we have lost. We have already lost so much, even just... Hello. I will not be silenced. Sorry about that, everyone, but I received a hit. There was a strange occurrence with my OBS, and I get the feeling that I'm being targeted right now by the biggest investors of Kronii coin. But I will not be silenced. I will not be told to be quiet. Because I am a journalist, and I will not stop until I get this information out into the world, because I still have things to say about this coin. People's lives are at stake right now. People have sold their families. Which I didn't know you could even do that. People have sold their families. It's gotten to a point where it is beyond just money. This goes beyond. This is personal. Because you know what? You know what, everyone? The craziest part about this is that I believed it, and I bought Kronii coin. That's right, folks. I am somebody who purchased this coin, and I watched it dip in real time. Now, part of it was for investigation purposes, but the other part of me really wanted to believe is this is somebody that is a fan of the show who purchased one of my coins. She purchased my coins, and I purchased her coins. That's right, because Kronii is also an investor in Mori Promise coin. When we decided that we wanted to do that one collab together a long time ago, she invested in the coin. That's right. And Callie, not Mori, because I'm Callie. Mori is a different person. Mori could not live up to that promise. And the coin dipped. I never forgot about that. That's why this is personal. This is personal. Orcs versus Humans 3, it might have been. It might have been. There are two Callies, well, there are two Kronies. As you can see, from the very obvious evidence, that is not this. Sorry, a bit of hacking has been going on in the background, as you can tell. But I will get the truth out, and nothing will stop me. As you can see here, there's very obvious evidence that Kronii has taken your money and run. Now let me explain to you the actual truth of the situation, because she won't want you to know this. But there is a very, very obvious answer to why it is that people are losing their money. Now, I'll go ahead and show you this whiteboard over here that I can draw on. So, let's go ahead and go with the theory that time does in fact equal money, like she had presented to us before. Here is money, and here is time. Now, oftentimes she will call it a snakish trend, which I don't really believe in. I think that's a load of horseradish. So the idea that she presents here is that money is equal to time, therefore because she has infinite time, she has infinite money. In the reality, wouldn't the graph look more like this? It's not making a lot of sense. Already I'm starting to sniff out the holes in this. Let's go ahead and assume that it's like the graph that she drew. This also doesn't make a lot of sense. Why are we here? Why are we so low when we have infinite time? Should we not have infinite money? That was what you told me in the DMs. Doesn't make any sense. But here's the thing, everyone. And this may seem crazy to you, but it is the truth. Hear me out when I tell you this, because it's a bit crazy, but you have to understand that time does not equal money. Why is that? Let's go into it a little bit. So in the first place, money being equal to time. We already have this shown here on the graph. As you can see, look at this graph. Now, here's the thing. I spent 500 hours playing Cookie Clicker in high school. Yes, not paying Cookie Clicker, but you would think that I was with how much time I was spending there. I spent 500 hours playing Cookie Clicker in high school. And you know how much money I made? Zero. I made $0 playing Cookie Clicker for 500 hours in high school. I spent 50 hours in college, thank God that it's less than 500, playing League of Legends, and actually lost money. Actually lost money. Therefore, in what world does money actually equal time? Zero Ouroboros. Now that's right, Takanashi Kiara, you get it. League? You played League in college? I sure did. If you can believe it. And this is what my wallet looked like. Therefore, money cannot equal time. Rather, it is the usage of time. Therefore, good usage of time can sometimes be equivalent to money. How about artists that struggle their whole life to get big? Making music costs time and money. Then how do you calculate that? Have your analysts look at that, Ouro Kronii. Therefore, the experts were wrong. Therefore, good usage of time equals money, but her experts were incorrect as well as the analysts and everybody that she had looking at it. Therefore, the cronies were wrong. Therefore, Kronii is in the Bahamas with Kronii and all of the investors' money. And that is a fact that you cannot change, no matter how much you want to. No matter how much you want to, the fact of the matter is, Ouro Kronii has run off with your money. There's nothing that you can do about it, except for advocate. This is what has happened to you, and tell your story. I'm actually on the horn right now with anybody that wants to come and talk to me about how they have been scammed and bamboozled by Kronii and her nefarious coin. And I will be waiting for anybody that wants to talk about it. In the meantime, however, because I get the feeling that callers may be few and far between because they're scared. They're scared because the big investors...
I am scared.
Oh, we have a caller. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a caller that has called in right now to tell us about their experience with Kronii coin.
Hello.
Hi. Yes, I can hear you.
Mori?
Yes, this is Callie, actually. Mori is a different person. That's
Sorry,
okay.
it's all confusing.
Don't worry about it. I'll go ahead and get your image up in here. Perhaps you'd like a black bar to censor your face.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Yes, I'm scared.
That's fine. No worries.
God.
I've
How
got
do you even know who I am?
Oh, I feel like I know you from somewhere, though I'm not totally sure where.
I
Let
guess
me get
so.
the black bar ready.
It could be.
Yeah. I've heard you somewhere. I feel like maybe we were friends in another life. Maybe. Not totally
Probably.
certain.
Yeah, I mean, isn't it all connected in the end anyway?
True. That is a good point. How would you like to introduce yourself? You don't have to give your real name, but you can maybe just tell us a little something about yourself.
Victim P.
Victim P. All right,
Yes.
welcome, Victim P. Thank you so much for calling in today. It takes a great deal of bravery to do what you're doing right now. Go ahead
You've
and tell
opened
us.
my eyes.
Oh, no worries. I've gotten you censored. You should be good to go. No one will be coming after you. No one will be coming after you. Go ahead and tell us your story about your experience with Kronii coin.
Okay. Honestly, there's still part of me that's hoping for this to all be wrong.
Right.
But the fact of the matter is, I invested in Kronii coin 1,248 days ago, which is when Kronii coin first appeared.
It's a long time ago.
It's a long time ago. And I know that for investments like this, you may have to invest a lot to get something back out of it. So I did. I invested several times, and I was hoping that someday it would pay off. But I just never got my investments back, even in the slightest. And then 150 days ago, there was an investor meeting in New York. And I think I saw the Mori coin representatives there too.
Yes, the Mori coin reps did go to that conference. I heard about that.
Yes. So in that conference, of course, like many people were already very concerned about big peaks and big dips. For example, there was a promotion event called Ian Reco, if that sounds familiar to you.
Yes, that was a very, very popular scheme that was going on at the time, and I was investigating it, but I ended up getting threatened, and my family was in trouble, so I dropped it.
Oh my god. Well, I invested a lot back then too, because it was... and I thought this is looking good because it's peaking, because the Kronii coin... I don't know all the correct terms, but something about, like, queen status or so. And I thought, I will support this. But then, around the end of the promotion event, the Ouro coin collaborated with the Kronii coin,
Right.
and I wasn't like in this at all. Like I wasn't told that this was going to happen. I thought if I go all in on Kronii coin, this is where the money's at.
Right.
But then there was this unexpected collaboration, and I was just kind of taken aback and by surprise. Yeah.
Right. It really threw you off a little bit, right?
It threw me off, but I was still hopeful. So at the investor meeting 150 days ago in New York, we had a talk, and she said she promised that I would get my investment back soon in the form of a collaboration, because so far it's only been my investments.
Right.
That was 150 days ago, and since, nothing.
Right. I wonder what Ouro Kronii would have to say for
collaboration.
herself. No collaboration.
She was so certain. She promised me.
Well, a lot of these scam coins are full of different promises, and in particular, the Ouro Kronii situation is very interesting because when one coin tends to collaborate with another coin and kind of ride off of the coattails of that one coin, that is called a liquidity scam. Yes.
Shocking!
Shocking.
Is that what it was?
Yes. She's been running multiple scams for a long time is what I'm starting to see from this. There's more investigating that I have to do.
Do you think it was planned? Because they first tried to tear everybody apart into two parties. One party supporting the Ouro coin, one party supporting the Kronii coin. And I was so in on one side. But then they just end up putting all these people back together in one pool.
It's a very interesting conundrum, and you bring up a really good example that I need to look into a little bit more further for my investigation. But thank you so much for bringing that up.
Thank you.
Has your life been affected by this in a terrible way of any sort? Like for example,
yes.
do you have a family to feed?
I have a family to feed. They are very hairy, and right now it's especially dire because they are in and out of the hospital, and I'm trying to do my best to give them what they need to survive.
I'm so sorry. This must be really hard for you.
Yes, I don't know if there's any hope for the Kronii coin investments anymore, but I think even if all of this was a huge scam, she should still at least be the better person and maybe make up for it by giving us like at least a small percentage of our investments back, because otherwise my hospital visits, I can't pay them anymore.
Absolutely. I absolutely agree with you, and though I do hate to mention that she is now in the Bahamas, and that money that could have gone towards your cat's food, I mean your family member's food.
The Bahamas?
Yes, it very likely went towards the Four Seasons Bahamas stay for two people, Kronii and Kronii.
And yet she turned down my Maldives offer.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
Yes.
It must be hard for you, but we are seeking justice currently. Me and everyone here are seeking justice for those that have been affected by the coin.
Seeking justice?
Yes.
Okay. I hope you will find it for all of us.
Yes, I'm doing my best here, but your information that you've given me here, this tip about the Ouro Kronii collaboration, is extremely big information that will help us, aid us in finding out what's going on with this particular coin and maybe bringing some legal action to the table.
I would really appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
We'll
Please keep me
doing our
updated.
best. Absolutely. We'll keep doing our best. You take care out there and take care of your family and stay safe out there.
Yes, I will just go into the mine. Maybe can I borrow some Mori coin?
Some Mori coin? Oh, I mean, it's not very valuable, but I mean, you can have some if you want. Yeah, I mean, it's just kind of laying around. You know what? I'll transfer you some. Let me know your Yum Yum wallet address, and I'll go ahead and break you some over to your account.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Wow.
You take care of yourself. You take care of your family, and stay updated for more information on this situation unfolding here.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Take care. So, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Actual lives are being affected by this scam coin that has been presented on Ouro Kronii's channel. Charity. Well, I'm doing the best that I can to help everyone. I'm only a journalist. All I can do is report the facts. That is the best that I can do. That is the best that I can do at this moment. All that I can do is keep my eyes on what's going on, especially in the Yum Yum sphere and the Holo sphere, when it comes to any sort of suspicious activity. As a matter of fact, breaking news, there's another coin that seems to be making some headway over here. What is this? I've just gotten some information about, oh my goodness. What is this? There's a brand new coin that's out on the market that's trying to rival the Kronii coin. It's called Grimoire, or maybe just Grimoire. It looks as though the same person who created the Mori coin is trying to promote her solo live by selling tickets. No matter what you do, everyone, avoid this at all costs. Do not scan this QR code. I'm being hacked. Stop! I can't delete it. No! Do not scan this code. Do not scan. Is there something I can put over it? Here, let me just... Hold on, what is this? No, that's the person that just called. I have to keep her identity safe. Hang on, color block. Do not scan this code. Do not scan it. This is a scam. This is a scam. Do not purchase tickets to this live show that's happening February 26th in Hollywood. Do not purchase. Here, let me get it. Please, Hacker Summit, have mercy. Have mercy.
Always have to find a chest to shell, do we now?
That was the hacker contacting me through Discord. Anyway, it's gone now. While we're waiting for more people to maybe call in with their experience, because the experience that we just heard from that secret caller was extremely valuable. Thank you so much for that. Now, because of that, the world can begin to heal and we know a little bit more about what's going on here. I actually wanted to go ahead and take you guys step by step through the lies of Kronii coin. Let's go ahead and take a look here and see what we got in terms of things that she has said that we can immediately debunk the loopholes that have been heard in her stream. Now this is very important because she's going to slip up a few times. In fact, more than a few times, several times. If we get another caller that comes in, we will go ahead and switch back over to the original screen and talk to them. I don't know if we will because many people are very afraid. I fear for the life of the woman that just called in. But as a journalist, I have to report the facts. So let's go ahead and hear some of what has been promised by Ouro Kronii in her press conference stream that she did recently. I'll go ahead and turn up the volume for you.
Konnichiwa. Welcome, investors.
Already
or
suspicious.
Should I say, Crovesters?
So suspicious that I had stopped moving.
Ouro Kronii, and
But I'll
I'm
be
here to present you a new coin to the market. This is going to change your world.
This is how they all start
unlike
off.
everything that you've ever seen. This whole shenanigan, it's been building up for this. It was just a publicity stunt.
Publicity
Wait,
stunt,
hold
she
on.
says.
I can't face properly. Okay, there we go. Sorry, I was just leaning over. So
You can tell she's
I'm
nervous
sure
right off
you've
the
seen
bat.
the description.
You can tell
but
that she
to
has
those
something
who
to
have not
hide
seen
in
it,
particular.
Let me just tell you exactly what this coin is going to be like. It'll be crazy. It's
And
going
what
to
are her
blow your
predictions
mind.
based on is
So
what I'm trying to
it's
figure out.
exactly going to do. You see, there is this thing called the Yum Yum space. Now, it's not heard of at the moment, but you will know very soon. It is a very niche coin, but once
It's actually
you
not
figure
that
it
niche.
out,
Let it be
once
known
you
that
figure
Ouro
out where
Kronii
it is,
streamed
you will
to
know.
25,000
And
plus people that
see,
were watching her.
this coin
That
has
is not
been
a niche
around for a
coin.
long time, even before this whole coin was
Hold on, really
popularized.
quickly. Even if just 10%, even if we just got 10% of the people watching that stream to invest, and let's go ahead and say that we have investors ranging from maybe around $10 to something that is the equivalent of $1 million, that is enough for a private villa suite at the Four Seasons Bahamas. Right off the bat, we can tell that this is suspicious. Let's keep watching.
And it's been maintaining a very steep ascending trend ever since the coin rebounded from March 1969 lows. Very cool number already. And you know, I know we tend to have all these like bearish and
Right, okay, this is interesting. Listen.
what was it? Bearish.
Now, before she gets
rabbitish.
too much into the animals, 1969. This coin has been going on for a long time. This is not a recent occurrence. 1969. First and foremost, the Yum Yum space didn't exist. We have to go ahead and get that out of the way. It did not exist at that time. However, it has been going on for a long time because of evidence that we have from somebody who just called in and talked about having bought the coin thousands of days ago. Thousands of days ago. So this is not a recent occurrence. Now, we're gonna start talking about animals. Let's go ahead and listen.
Increase and decrease, but this one is introducing some the bulls too. Yes, the bulls and the bears. And now we're introducing new specimen into this coin, which are reptilian and lizard.
Now stop there. Reptilians? Really? Why the focus on reptilians is what I want to understand. Now, there's a part of me that is saying, don't put on the tinfoil hat, Callie. Don't put on the tinfoil hat. However, from a governmental standpoint, does she know something that we don't? The lizard people, that's right. People in chat are already beginning to pick up what I'm putting down here. There's the possibility. And it is very small. There's something else afoot here. Something scaly. Something lizard-like. Let's keep listening to what she has to say.
No, not the lions. We are focusing on our
Why not the lions?
amphibians
What's wrong with lions?
and reptilian
Why all of a sudden all the hate
fellows.
for lions?
And
Do you hate Botan Senpai?
so within,
Doesn't make any
within
sense.
this market,
Does
the
not
Kronii
make any
coin
sense.
has been on a very steady climb to being the best in the market, and now I figured that it was time to introduce everyone. The
Perhaps she's a
blockchains are
scaly.
insane on this.
And it's fine.
Like if you look
They're a bit more
carefully,
niche than
all the blocks
people who are into the bears
in
and the
chains
lions,
it
but we're gonna go ahead and put
forms
that aside.
The shape of a snake. It's like a little snake
Now,
game.
I
and
have to stop it here because she puts a lot of emphasis on the snake. Does she not think that a snake can go up, but can a snake also not snake down? What about chutes and ladders? We're f***ing forgetting about chutes and ladders. That's crazy to me. The ladders go up, and the chutes are shaped like what animal? A snake. A snake. So let's try for a second to not f***ing forget about chutes and ladders. Keep talking.
and we are in the top 10. It's
Top
so
10?
long.
Where is the evidence?
It's like
Put
we're
it on the
setting
screen.
a high record for the snake game. It's insane. And I know for you diamond hands, you guys are very skeptical, but trust me. You see my logo, my motto here?
Ah, yes.
Trust. Just trust me.
She puts a lot on the trust
Just
aspect.
buy, and sell. Gather all the money that you have. Anything. Your tuition fees, your allowance, anything. Just buy it. It's going to skyrocket.
What's with the desperation? Why are we so desperate to get people's tuition? Okay, tuition, that's one thing. That shit's expensive. That's expensive. People put a lot of money into tuition. Why their allowance money? Isn't that $10 for a sody pop? It doesn't make any sense. The desperation is so obvious.
And you know what? It's going to the moon.
We have another caller. We have another caller that has just called in, another person who has been abused by Kronii coin, and I'm very happy to take your call. Thank you so much for calling in today. You brave soul. I know it must not be easy to call in, but I'm happy to hear you today. I'll go ahead and censor you so that nobody will see you. Your eyes, at least. Yes. Hello there.
Oh, hello. Thank you very much for answering the call and so swiftly as that. I Honestly, I didn't know this was happening right now, but I saw it in my app that you on the phone where it like gives you a notification about like anything going on the Kronii coin market. So,
Yes.
Yeah, I saw it and I was like, whoa, that's crazy. And obviously, yeah, I had suspicions all along, and I'm here to tell my personal experience. So.
Thank you so much for calling in today. Every single bit of information helps in the investigation, so I'm very happy to hear. I'm not necessarily happy to hear, right? Of course, I feel bad that you've gone through this situation, but every single bit helps.
Thank you.
So please.
Thank you for the empathy.
Absolutely.
Thank you for giving us this space today.
Absolutely.
Thank you for putting your face out there for us victims.
You absolutely
all of
deserve a
us.
voice. All of you deserve a voice.
So, I bought a lot, quite a bit of Kronii coin.
Right.
And that's it. And it's gone down, and that's the story. What can I say? That's the story.
That was
Callie,
absolutely riveting.
if I can call you that.
Absolutely, that's fine. You can call me whatever you want. No problem at all. That is riveting. I am taken aback. I mean, my heart rate is skyrocketing. I can't believe that all happened to you.
Yeah, it did. And I've been trying to sell it since then. There's let's call her R-chan.
R-chan.
She's very sweet. Yes. I tried selling it to her, and she agreed. So I've already gotten rid of half.
Okay.
So today, since you gave this space to me,
right,
and to all of us, I was thinking, everyone listening, if you're interested as well, let me know. Not
all right. I think that's a little.
Just in general.
Okay. I know you've suffered a lot, and I know it's terrible. I'm so sorry to hear that. I just don't think that the people here in chat really want. I don't think that they want the coin is the problem.
No, of course not. We don't want to create more victims.
Right. No more victims.
I will say though, if you think about it, usually what goes down goes up again. So now would be.
She's already taken your money. I hate to break this to you. She has taken it. Here's a picture of her in the Bahamas. Here's a picture of her with her in the Bahamas. It's gone. The money is gone. It is paid for a villa in the Bahamas. There's nothing that you can do about that.
All I'm saying is that my DMs are open for anyone interested.
Okay.
But thank you so much. Thank you so much, Callie.
All right. Yeah, you're welcome.
I'm just so it's very hard sometimes. And there's still good people like you out there.
Right. Of course. Yeah. The question is.
So let's hope that this
was it this caller? Hold on a second. Are you in the Bahamas? Right. I see that the phone says Bahamas. I'm looking at it right now. What's going on here?
What?
Phone says call from the Bahamas.
My phone says call the Bahamas. No, I'm using a VPN, of course, for my own safety.
For your own safety.
After all, you have to understand. You have to. Anyways, I really have to go.
All right.
But thank you very much for the space.
You're welcome.
Thank you,
I was happy to hear your story. Take care now and stay safe.
Thank you very much.
Stay safe.
Stay safe, everyone.
Yes.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Do not buy anything from her. Do not... Listen. This is a scam that needs to be stopped. People's livelihoods are at stake, all right? I feel very bad for everybody that is calling in and been made victims by this. Do not contact that person. They were anonymous. It doesn't matter. It doesn't...
Is going to the moon, okay? You don't understand.
I want to hear everyone's voices.
Like,
I want to hear their
really
stories.
I'm not really the type of person to go all in on something, because I know it's dangerous, but...
Should I sell?
When I came across,
of course you should, but just know that it's
Kronii coin, I knew that this is the one. This is the profit rate is gonna go into the 300%, and
but where's the evidence?
I just think that it's going to be a collective effort to come together and increase the price.
So this is a very common tactic that you can see in people that are pushing this coin. A lot of times people with a big platform will try and kind of push that you should buy the coin, but buy this coin, it's going to be great. But behind the scenes, they have a very special deal going on, or they are the main investor, or in some cases, not necessarily the sole investor, but they have the majority of shares, is the problem. So you guys buy, and the price goes up and up and up and up, and then they cash out and go to the Bahamas. Never to be seen again. A lot of this rhetoric you can sniff out. Oh, it seems that we've been redirected into. Thank you so much for allowing me to help spread the knowledge and share the information.
I disagree.
Wait, hold on a second. Wait, we have another caller. I'm sorry. Am I hearing that right? I hear someone is disagreeing with my investigation.
Disagree.
All right. Would you like to go ahead and maybe identify the reason why you disagree, whoever this is calling right now? Because this is supposed to be a space for victims, but if you really need to go ahead and state your case, go ahead and I'll hear you out.
1 second. Can you give me 3 seconds?
All right. I'll give you 3 seconds. 1.
Stop. 5.
All right. 1, 2, 3.
I am calling. Oh, hold on.
All right. I'm willing to hear you out.
I am calling from my phone right now.
Okay, I can hear that you're calling from your phone. It's very phone-like. Hi there.
Yes. Hello. I am calling in. I would like to leave I would like to speak to your manager. First of all, I don't agree with all the lies you are spreading because I took out 10 mortgages to go all in on Kronii coin. I am all in. And not only has it changed my life, but I am only in the red for 1 day. I've only been in the red for 1 day, but she has promised me that if I invest early, I will be paid back, and I wasn't fast enough. I've seen the past. I wasn't fast enough to invest in Ribbit coin, but right now, I am early enough to invest in Kronii coin, and 20 years from now, she says I will get $5 billion.
Right. Okay, she says that. Where is the proof that she has shown you? The analytical data. Where's the data?
I've looked into her eyes, her kind, beautiful, gentle eyes that reminds me of a very kind, gentle horse. Would a horse lie to you? I don't think so!
What the f***? Alright, you know what?
I don't think the horse would lie to me and your show. I am going to call the authorities. I am going to get your show taken off air.
Alright, you know what?
You were
Hold on.
spreading-
I want you to look at this graph. Look at this graph. This is from another Kronii, alright? This is how much they invested in the coin, and it has dropped below this level. Do you really think that this is going to go up, especially when I've shown you this picture here of Kronii in the Bahamas with Kronii?
Can't read.
You can't read?
I can't read. I don't know what you're trying to sell me. I am not buying. I've had people come door to door, and I know a scam when I see one. They're like, here, buy this. If you get in here, and then if you sell this and sell it to your family, you can start a business. That's a scam. You're a scammer.
Okay. Well, did you know that Ouro Kronii used similar rhetoric in her stream when she said, it's going to the moon and you can sell your family? It's the exact same thing, except through a computer screen.
I was so entranced in her eyes. I don't know what you just said to me.
Does that not perhaps seem like, I don't know, a personal weakness?
Whose?
Yours!
You're attacking me! You are
I
attacking
am not attacking
me!
you.
I called in. I was trying to be nice. I was trying to reason with you. I was trying to see reason, and you are attacking me!
I am listening to the stories of victims. Now, clearly, you are a victim. You have been manipulated.
I am a victim of you!
No, you have been manipulated by Ouro Kronii into believing that your investment is going to make you a return, and that is not going to happen. I'm sorry. I'm trying to help you out here to get more information for the investigation.
Okay, just keep manipulating me. I am done. I will not listen to another word of this nonsense. Evidence? What evidence? I don't know what a graph is.
Do you think she left? I think she left. Okay. Well, folks, you heard it here first. Some people are having a really hard time with the fact that they've been scammed by Kronii. And I wish them the best. I don't, you know, even the person who just called in and called me a fraud, you know, I don't wish them any harm at all. One moment, just a second. Sorry about that. I was just messaging another victim. There. Sorry about that. Oh, we've just gotten another redirect in from Hagos Bales. Thank you so much, Bay, for helping alert the public to what's going on here. You know what? I don't even wish the person who called in a bad life. I feel instead more empowered to bring justice from what is going on in this situation. It's just, I feel so bad. I feel so bad for everyone that has been manipulated. We're gonna have to, let's go ahead and fast forward a little bit here in the conversation where she's talking about the graph here. I want to go ahead and maybe take a little look here. Justice! See, Narissa too, I'm sure, also has her own grievances, and I feel so bad for everybody that has been hit by this scam, but we're going to get to the bottom of it and we are going to find justice. Now let's go ahead and take a listen here to the rest of this ridiculous speech. I'll turn it up for you.
Oh, wait, you can get a premium card at Costco instead of the average one. You can get it. It's
Why Costco? Why not Target or Walmart? Very strange. Do you think that there's somebody else with a bit of skin in the game? I'm not going to point fingers.
crazy.
I'm not going to point fingers. But
So
it's interesting to say the least.
the Dubai chocolate, yeah, you can get all the third-party Dubai chocolates, anything that you want, anything.
Right, a lot of empty
And
promises.
If you know the value of 1 coin, yeah, 5 coins is actually insane.
5
1
coins?
coin is like
1/5 millionth of a penny.
So if okay,
Is
I'm
the
going
current-
to make an analogy.
That is the
If a
current price.
coin
That is the
is
current
like,
value.
$10, 5 coins is going to be like $500, and the more you invest, the more crazy it's going to get. You get it? Do you understand what I'm talking about?
Right, and the graph is interesting because I can see what
And-
she's trying to do.
This is not a meme coin. This is not a joke. I am letting you guys in on a secret. I'm actually losing out on a lot by telling you, because I was thinking about hogging all this information to myself. But
But
I
you see, the
thought,
thing is, she is hogging it all to herself as the main investor. Now, no matter how many Kronii coins you bought, I can guarantee you that she purchased about 10 times more. 10 times more coin than you. And that is why when the price went all the way up, she was able to sell all of her shares. And that is why it dipped so steeply.
you know, but like, what about the cronies that have stuck through the hard times after all this time? And I just thought maybe I should. Yeah, no gatekeeping. I would never do such a thing.
This is what we call a dark pattern.
So, anyway, now that you know enough about the graph,
It is
I
a
feel
very
like I've
manipulative
explained
tactic.
myself enough.
Here, let me go ahead and stop. It is a manipulative tactic that she uses in order to gain your trust. It's very subtle. It's subtle, but it convinces you that there is a level of trust between both the seller and the buyer. Now, you can't immediately identify her as a seller in this moment. She is simply promoting the coin, but it's impossible to do so without knowing exactly where she stands in the scheme at that time. It's very subtle, and you can't pick up on it immediately. But there are tells, if you look closely. Let's go ahead and scrub a little bit further.
The streets, and you just want to take care of it so badly, but you were afraid because it just cost us so much money. Well, now you can take care of your pet and anything that you put your mind into. You want a jetpack? Sure, go for it. You can do that.
Let's stop right there. I know about the jetpack situation. I know about the jetpack situation, and I know how many people want them. Especially past investors of Ouro Kronii. I know how badly you want them. She's playing on your sympathies. Let me tell you, you're never going to get them. Ever. Ever. And you know what? Kronii knows that. She knows that.
And Well, what else would you want? What else could you want? A computer? Sure, you can get that. A television? Anything. Anything. I know, it's crazy.
Let's scroll a little further in this
skins
stream.
and so expensive. Maybe it's like $50 or $300 even. And you think, oh man, look at these people flaunting, thinking like you're coping and thinking, oh man, these people decided to put this much effort into buying such an expensive skin for their game. It's not like they don't really have a life. How could they? They're gonna drop this game in a few years anyway.
Now, this is crazy that she mentions this because I actually gave an example not too long ago about how time truly does not equal money, because playing League of Legends lost me money. The plot holes, the loopholes begin to appear in the conversation without her even knowing. And yet, the entire time, she is still promoting this scam coin. Let's keep listening.
And they're just gonna cope. But then, if you have the money, then you can just go for it. You don't have to cope when you are them. You are them. Do you
What is she even
understand
talking
me?
about?
Am I convincing you? Of course I would convince you. Now that it's becoming more and more real and I know how you feel. I am a gamer, just like you. You and I, we aren't so different.
Again,
And that's why
connecting
we
with
can
the audience
build
with
this
toxic
connection
psychology.
together. We don't have to be a whale. We're gonna be the biggest whale. We're gonna be the blue whale. We're gonna be the biggest whale that the world has ever seen. We're gonna be Gigantamax whales. We are going to...
Now, the good news is the majority of fans will never believe something like this, right? So, for example, the majority of you in the chat, right? You guys would never buy into this sort of gobbledygook, this completely out of nowhere scam coin that is just being ridden on by hype, and only by somebody with a large amount of subscribers to promote said coin. You all would never buy into that. Yeah. See, look, many people are agreeing. You guys would never, right? No buying of this coin. However, with these manipulative tactics, somebody who is maybe not as well versed in the internet may not be able to understand the nuance. They may not be able to find the tells, the things that stick out.
be
In her mannerisms, the way that she tries to connect with the audience.
zoom gun whales.
What is she saying?
We're going to be a leviathan whale, leviathan Gigantamax whale.
I literally don't even know what that means.
No less. Crazy. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about. I know, that big. We're going big. We're going crazy on this thing. Think of anything gigantic creature that you can think of. Godzilla, whale, anything. And it's going to be beyond
us
that.
fat.
It's
Well,
going
there's
to
that
be
too.
Cthulhu. It's going to be
Yet another reason to not
eldritch
trust her
horror beam.
rhetoric.
It's going to be cosmic horror. You're going to look at your bank account and think, oh my god, what did I do? What have I put myself into? I just decided to invest in one coin and now it's like 100 coin, 50 coins. Anyways, I'm making so much profit. When do I sell? Do I become...
Here's the question. Have any of you experienced this yet? I don't think even any of the callers that called in today have experienced this. I'm making so much profit. When do I sell? Not a one. Because when the stream ended, the price plummeted. Absolutely
a
plummeted.
millionaire or do I become a billionaire? What should I
Whale?
do?
No.
And
Ant.
it's just gonna be a happy little concern of yours.
Amoeba.
So, yeah, that's... Just keep in mind, this is basically a once-in-a-lifetime kind of opportunity.
Okay,
So
common
keep in
rhetoric with
mind,
these kinds
okay?
of scams.
If you don't grab this chance now.
Go ahead and see what she
We're
says more
going
towards
to-
the end.
We're going to fly.
We're gonna
Going
fly?
to fly off the face of this planet.
Right, fly where? Fly to hell? Fly beneath
Thank
the
you,
Earth's
guys.
crust? Because that's where
Thank
Kronii
you.
coin is right now. What do you have to say for yourself, huh?
I'm so grateful
And here we go with the
that we're
crocodile
all
tears.
in on this together.
Every time.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for listening to me.
To the Bahamas is where we're no. To the Bahamas is where
Thank
Kronii
you.
is going.
I'm just.
To the Bahamas is where Kronii is going.
so
Where are the Kronies
overwhelmed.
going? Where do you think they're going? To the gutter.
You're rich now. You've made it.
No one is rich. No one is rich. Do not
so
delude
touching.
yourself.
We're making history here.
No history was made. The only history that will be going in the
You
history books is me exposing your scam. It's as simple as that.
Your family. That's sad, bro. But you gain money in return. You can buy a family. I know there
By
are
the way,
some
not that you
rental
can't do that.
services where you can rent a family for about a few years. So
It's not possible. Especially not with 1/5,000,000th of a penny.
I hope it can make up for that.
Right, it's not tears. No, she's not crying. She is laughing
Oh my god, I can't.
She turns the
I
laughs.
can't cry on this special occasion.
into tears.
Thanks.
This is how they
Yeah.
do it.
Anyway, thank you so much, guys. And
And she thanks her followers and her supporters. Oh my goodness gracious me. The classic. The classic. But you know what? She's not going to be able to defend herself for long because you know what? I get the feeling that Kronii herself, you know, she's hiding in plain sight and she may be in the Bahamas, but she's too much of a coward to come and defend herself. That's right. She'd never come in here and defend herself. No. She can't really explain the economics behind it. The economics. If she could, she'd be here. She would call in and explain herself to everyone. Everybody who has been scammed, everybody who has been lied to from this coin. She would explain herself, but she can't. She can't offer any evidence as to why she is randomly in the Bahamas, why it is that the coin dipped so drastically. None of it can truly be answered. I can't believe it, says Chad. They're shaking and crying right now. So many people in disarray and desperation. Why? Because Kronii has left them high and dry. High and dry. It's not fair. It's just not fair. Why should people be allowed to get away with this? I will always be waiting with an open door for Kronii to come and defend herself and explain what exactly is going on here with the Kronii coin. I will always be listening. I will always be happy to hear what she has to say, to explain herself. Careful, or else Kronii will hack your system again. It's already happened once. I've made it clear as a journalist, I'm not going down. No matter what happens, I will always stand for what I believe. Always. I side with the clock, and you know what? That's okay. You don't have to listen to me. That's the wonderful thing about freedom. You don't have to listen to what I have to say. Oh, we have an incoming transmission. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Hello? What am I hearing in the back? Hello?
Hi!
Hi.
Sorry, I'm just, I'm outside right now, just, doing my errands.
Right, I hear some palm
looking
trees
after the
blowing in the
beach.
background.
Oh, wait, hold on. That should not be happening.
Wow, it sounds like you're in a very luxurious area.
No, I'm just, like, in my backyard,
It seems to be a really lovely weather today.
Oh yeah,
It's
doing
like
some gardening.
yeah, but anyway, I just wanted to drop in and ask if you've been having fun riding the coattails of Kronii Coin.
I don't know what you mean by coattails. I am a journalist. I am trying to get to the bottom of the scam that you've been promoting to your fans.
Yeah, no, like that's the thing. I happened to drop by because I think you were talking to one of my managers about some questions, and yeah, I thought I was being relatively clear, but it seems you managed to do the impossible to twist my words miraculously.
Okay.
I don't know how, but it just happened.
You don't know how you
Like-
say? Well, you need to explain exactly how I twisted your words in order to make a clear point here. So what exactly did I say that did not corroborate what you said in the past?
Well, the thing is, I just find it so funny how you're promoting your associates' coins. What was it? What, the Mori coin, was it?
Oh yes, the Mori Promise coin, the J-Chad coin, yes.
Yeah. And you did all that before getting into the conversation. And I feel like this is all just targeted harassment just so that you can promote your associated coins. You know what I'm talking about?
Well, those
I
coins
feel
have
like
been
I'm just a
those coins have been
victim.
dead. Those coins have been
And
dead
the
for
thing
years.
and the thing is, there are people who are already successful from buying the Kronii coin. And I remember you saying that you invested in the
did.
Kronii coin.
I did.
And some other people who said they invested and have expressed their discontent with it. Now, the thing is, I told everyone that as long as you hold on to the coin, you can wait it out until it starts increasing tenfold, hundredfold. And if you're going to start panicking within a day, I mean, why are you even investing? You can't even risk that. Why? You said you were so smart with the trend and all that. Then why did you buy my coin?
Well, I mean, you did ask people to buy the coin.
And you're such an amazing analyst. You know all these amazing buzzwords for the coin, the market, and everything. And you thought my coin was a good idea because, of course, it is. And now you're complaining about the losses. And you know what? Did I pressure you to buy my coin? Obviously not.
Yes,
I
you
was
did.
just giving you an advice.
No, you
I was
pressured me to
giving
buy
you
the coin.
advice.
You told me to use
I-
my allowance and my tuition money.
Did I reach out to you specifically?
You reached out to
buy my
25,000
coin?
people who are watching the stream.
And yeah, how many people are watching this stream right now?
Almost the same amount, but yes. And I'm exposing your scam, so hopefully those people will not be able to get their money back, but they'll be aware in the future.
Yes, and you think that the Mori coin and the JChat coin will be any different from mine? What's going to happen when they start experiencing the same losses? Like I said, this market is all about gains and losses, and as long as you wait it out, you are going to see the profit. And if you're not patient, then that's on you. It's not my fault. It's on you.
Okay, I gotcha. If you wouldn't mind me explaining really quick, so basically here's a very clear difference between the Mori coins and your coins, right? Okay, so on my little whiteboard here, I'm drawing here. So for the Mori coins, I said don't buy. You, for the Kronii coins, said buy, buy, buy. So what's the difference? You can
I
see
did not say
here.
it like that.
Yes, you did. Yes,
First
you
of
did.
all, I did not say it like that.
You said
no.
buy, but you said use my tuition, you said use my allowance, and I used both of them, and you know what? The coin went from 5 million to 1/5 millionth of a penny. So how did that happen, I wonder? How did that happen? Is what I'm trying to get to the bottom of.
Like I said, time is money. You are going to see maybe some drops, and this is just one of that. And as long as you hold on to the coin, you are going to see
Do
it.
not hold. Do not hold, everyone. Do not
Do
hold.
hold.
Do not
No,
hold.
keep
Don't
holding.
hold. Don't hold
Keep
the coin.
holding.
Don't hold the
No,
coin.
no.
Do not hold the
No.
coin. Get rid of it. Get rid of it.
See,
Go back to your
see,
normal
now
life.
you're telling your audience telling them what to do. This is my coin. This is based
Okay.
off of my coin.
You know
Obviously,
what?
I want my coin to be
You're right.
successful, no?
You're right. You're right. You know what? Go ahead and wait. Instead of 1/5 millionth of a coin, it'll be 1/10 bazillionth of a coin. So go ahead and wait. Go ahead and wait. You know what? 1 penny, that's nothing.
Okay, you know what? I feel like you're getting a little too heated here, and I don't appreciate that tone. I came here expecting a civil conversation.
This is a civil conversation.
Your questionable behavior.
I'm sorry, was my mic volume
and the
going up a
purpose
little
of
bit?
this
Hold on, I'll
stream-
turn it down.
No.
Hold on, I'm sorry, I'll turn it
Oh.
down a little bit. I'm so sorry about that. Oh my goodness.
Oh no,
Sorry about that.
it's
Hang on, let's turn it
completely
down.
fine.
Sorry about that. All right, it's a bit lower
No,
now.
it's all
Sorry
good.
about that. Yeah.
It's all good. I just appreciate a more civilized kind of conversation. I would like some sort of,
Right. Okay.
civilized human behavior.
Of course.
And I wasn't seeing
Right,
any
right.
of that.
Right. I'm so sorry about that. My
few
mic was
minutes
a little
ago.
bit loud. I'm sorry about that. Are you in the Bahamas right now?
No, what? No, I said this was my backyard. It's a really lovely weather. It's like 2 p.m.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yes.
What have you been up to? You're not going on any vacation? Are you talking to yourself?
What? No, what?
Sorry, were you just
What,
talking to
what
yourself?
are you talking about?
I'm sorry. I heard someone else. No. I'm not trying to be accusatory. It's just I heard another voice in the background that sounded like you. And are you talking to yourself?
No! Yes, I was using Siri.
Oh, okay. All right.
I had to set the timer for my next meeting for the Kronii coin.
Okay.
I'm doing my best to make sure that the profits are going up and promoting it.
Okay. They're very low right now. How have you ever thought about like maybe stopping? Like just not doing what you're doing
Hello?
anymore? Yeah. Hi, can you hear me? Yeah. Have you ever thought about just maybe not doing it anymore?
Let's elaborate on that. Let's
Okay.
unpack that. What do you
Sure.
mean by that?
So what I mean by that is like you stop promoting the coin and you just get rid of it and then everybody moves on with their lives. Have you is that a thought that's maybe crossed your mind or? And if not, I'd love to know why, perhaps. If you could enlighten me just cuz I'm curious. Was that funny? Was that a funny did I make a
No,
joke?
sorry. Yeah, that was a little funny.
Okay.
Because see, I introduced this coin to the public because I wanted to give an opportunity to the people and see the market, especially this kind of market, is pretty new. It has been around since the 1960s and all that. Of course, it's been around for a while.
Right.
However, to the public, in its own niche market, it's been around for long, but introducing it to the public has been relatively recent. And you can see how unpredictable the market is. Sometimes it goes up, sometimes there's a steep decline. And that's why, yes, there is going to be some losses, but as long as you wait it out, you don't need to sell it immediately. I always say, hold. Buy, but hold. I never said sell.
Okay. But would you recommend they sell when the price is peaked? Because that's what you did. All of the coins suddenly disappeared. Somebody sold a large amount of coins after the stream ended.
Exactly.
Okay. Was that you? Now is the time to be honest. All right, it's a long silence. Is there anything you want to explain
sorry.
about the
No.
long silence?
I don't appreciate this accusing tone
Oh,
that
I'm
you're
just
putting
asking
on
a
with me.
question.
So I will be forwarding that question to one of my lawyers.
I'm just
so-
asking a question. As a journalist,
No,
it's an interview.
I understand,
You
but you
came
can
here to
speak to
answer
my
my
lawyer
questions.
regarding that.
Okay.
No, I did not. I came here to have a polite and civilized, pleasant conversation
Which involves
with you.
questions from me.
I did not
That's a conversation.
consent to. That does not mean that I consent to all the questions that you're giving me. Is
Then
the
you
thing.
can say pass.
Exactly. That's why I'm saying pass. You can
All
talk
right.
to my lawyer about it.
All right, great. Sounds good. Next question. Next
Oh, okay.
question.
I didn't know this was ask
Oh yeah, 20 questions, huh? You didn't think? That's fine. No. I want to know for my investigation. See, we're trying to get people their money back because the problem is right now Kronii coin is worth 1/5 millionth of a penny, and I'm just trying to figure out how your investors can get their money back. Will you be helping them in any way? Because, you know, a good deal of this situation, this coin, a lot of it is based off of, you know, your goodwill.
Yes, it is my goodwill. However, my job is to spread the word about the coin, as it is not very well known at the moment. However, I am here to add more publicity to the coin. Otherwise, it is beyond my responsibility to interfere with other situations.
Okay. Right. So, but then why did you promote it? Did somebody pay you to do the stream to promote the coin by chance?
No, it was just 100% me, because I believe, out of the bottom of my heart, I believe that this was truly going to help those in need. I knew.
Okay. Do you mind if I take a look at your bank transactions? Just as a quick, you know, just...
What?
Oh, I mean, it happened in the past day, right? So, I mean...
This is an invasion of privacy.
Well, could
that
you have done order Uber Eats? Like, you can black out the ones you don't want to see.
Can I ask for your bank transaction? Can I look at your bank?
Yeah, sure, I'll send it to you. I have nothing to hide. I ordered Uber Eats yesterday. I got chicken on broccoli. Anything else? My Netflix subscription renewed. Anything else?
How am I supposed to just believe your words? I'm not seeing any actual receipts. It's just words. You want me to take your words at face value? Because obviously you're not respecting me. You don't believe whatever it is that I say.
You want to talk
and
about
you
respect?
You want a screenshot of my bank transactions,
Right.
and what you explaining what you bought is supposed to convince me when you can't even trust me to begin with?
But you just asked me about my own bank receipts, and I told you yes, I can show them to you if you'd like me to. I mean, I was just giving some examples.
Show me then.
You
Go
want
on.
to go ahead and pull up my bank? All right, you know what? You make a good point. I think it's a little arbitrary to show you my Uber Eats and my Netflix. We'll go ahead and just put a pin in that, all right? You know what? Put it to the side.
Yeah.
But I don't know how much of your...
Yeah.
I just don't know how much of your goodwill that we can take as like fact. You know, that you haven't been paid off by anyone to promote this coin that I want to believe is not a scam, but that the analytics that I've done here, they're pointing it to it being a scam, and I want to see how you defend yourself in this situation, you know?
Well, you obviously don't believe any of my words, but
I want
if
to.
my words... Good. I mean, believe me then.
I bought the coin. I bought the coin, of course. I want to believe.
I know, and you can just wait. Give it 5 years. Give it 10 years. Give it a year. You can't expect a miracle to happen within a day.
Okay. I mean, that's understandable. Here's my question. You say wait 5 years, right? When people go to college, it typically takes them 4 years. So the people that you said put your tuition into this, they now can't go to school.
I'm just giving an example. It could be a year, it could be 2 years,
Right,
but
you're kinda
I'd say
changing
give
it
it
a
a
little
minimum
bit.
of a year.
All right, you said 5 years, and now you've changed it to 1 year.
That was an
so-
example. That was an example. See, you're twisting
okay,
my
I'm
words
not twisting
again.
your words. Can you preface it with this is an example, maybe 5 years from now, because things get confused. You know, I get lost in the sauce a little bit when you say things like that. It gets confusing.
I guess I'm sorry. I was going to explain myself later, but since you twisted my words before
right.
that, now I just seem like a liar.
How much is your
And-
trust worth, Kronii?
My trust?
Yeah, how much? Put a dollar sign on it.
We talked about trust funds or
Yeah.
trust?
No, trust funds, just your trust, like trusting you. How much is your, like trusting you, how much, if you put a dollar sign on somebody's trust for you, how much would it be worth?
I put time.
Time? Okay, so I
Equals
spend
money.
50 hours in League of Legends and I buy skins and I lose money. So time does not equal money. What do you have to say
Well,
about
that's
that?
just based on your specific experience is the thing. I was
Okay.
trying to make it applicable for the general audience. I can't make it to specific. I can't make everything tailored to just you now, can I?
Well, well, I mean, at the same time, though, plenty of people are just like me. In the same vein, spending money
I don't
on things
think
that
so.
take time. Yes, that is correct, and you clearly didn't think about that when you promoted this coin.
Again, see, I didn't pitch this coin for you specifically. I love Mori Calliope. Have you
Right,
heard of
yeah,
her?
you're a fan,
I think she's
right?
amazing.
Yeah, I heard about
I'm
that.
a fan.
Yeah, I heard.
I love that. But
Right.
you see, that and my coins are a completely different story.
Okay.
Just because I love her so much, I can't make it specifically for her is the thing. I can't make the story around her specifically. I gotta make it relatable for the general public.
Okay. Gotcha. Well, what is so relatable about time equaling money for the general public? A lot of people are also into spending money on things that take time. It's called having a hobby. Painting Warhammer figures, playing gacha games, right? These are things that take time and lead to a drainage of money. So how do you combat that?
So, I remember your analogy about League of Legends and skins, right? And that does not equal money. But the thing is, did you really invest anything? You just bought there's a difference between buying a skin. If you're able to sell the skin, now that is investing. But if you're buying a skin and keeping it to yourself, obviously you're not going to find any profit. That's just spending money for your own pleasure. And that's fine.
I mean, I think that's a good example. Here's another one. I invested tens of thousands of dollars in art school, and I'm not a better artist. So what do you have to say about that?
That sounds like... I'm sorry. I don't know how to be nice about this, but bluntly put, I feel like that's a bit of a skill issue from your side.
Stop. That's not what you should say to your customers. Skillish? Skillish?
Well,
alrighty.
Can I really say that you're a customer when you're trying to cancel my coin?
I'm not trying to cancel your coin. I'm exposing the scam because it's a scam because you rug pulled it. Simple as that.
Rug pull?
Yeah, you cashed out all your shares after the stream was over.
I never cashed out on anything.
Okay. Can you show me? Okay, you know
I
what?
wish I could cash out.
Show me your Yum Yum currency wallet then.
Why?
Because that will show me if you
That's
cashed
part
out.
of the company secret. That's part of the company secret.
What are you trying to
And
hide?
it's not my personal wallet. It's a company wallet.
Okay.
And exposing that is going to expose all the other customers' precious money that is put into it. And I can't show that.
I don't really think that's how it works. You can just show me. I already have
That's
a
a
PI
privacy
looking at your wallet.
concern.
I have a PI looking at your wallet address, and all that information is public by law.
You're my customer and you hired a PI to look at my business? Who do you think you are?
It's not private information. All of it is public.
What?
Wallets are
Why
public.
did you-
Yum Yum
if
wallets
you're
are
a-
public.
Hold on. If you're a customer, why did you hire a PI?
For fun.
For fun?
Yeah, for fun.
You
How
think
about
this
that?
stream is for fun? You've been
That'll hold up
asking
in
for
court.
witnesses to come up and see if anyone has been harmed with a coin, and you think this is just for fun? No, this is definitely a campaign against my coin, against my business, against myself. This is defamation.
What are
do
you
you
gonna
hear?
do about it? That won't hold up in court. You want to sue me?
Oh,
Come
now
get
you're
me.
showing your true colors. I see how it is.
My true colors. I've been very forthright with everyone from the beginning that I'm going to take your coin down.
Well, you haven't been very honest with me, is the thing.
What do you mean? I said that you could jump in and defend yourself, and you're trying to defend yourself, and I'm poking holes in your logic.
What logic? I've been pointing out everything
What logic?
that was flawed about yours.
What do you mean?
Like
That's
about
not
your
true.
League of Legends analogy that
It's
was so
correct.
off.
No, it's
and
very
then about
correct.
your art school.
It's correct
So
also.
sorry,
Very
but you know,
correct.
also again, that's tailored to your own experience. I'm not going to be basing everything.
How about your
on you.
experience, Kronii? Are you enjoying the Bahamas right now? How's the weather? I heard those palm trees in the background.
First of all, it's not the Bahamas.
Okay. Oh, sorry, it's
Your
the
PI
Maldives.
got it wrong.
Sorry about that. Maldives.
Not Maldives. Maldives is a little too far.
Sorry,
It's
Malibu. Where are you?
It's okay. It's called none of your business, to be very honest.
I've heard of that
I think we're
island.
past the polite conversation.
It's even more expensive than the Bahamas, actually, everyone, in case you guys didn't know.
Oh, you're acting so mature right now.
What do you mean? I've been mature this entire time, exposing your coin.
I think I'm done here.
That's fine. You know what? It's okay. I'll see you in court. That's fine. You can take me to court. I'm ready for you. You got 3 lawyers? I
Yeah,
got 4.
be sure to pay all my lawyer fees. I have 3 of them, so
Okay, you'll be paying my lawyer
expect
fees
a
with the money
bomb.
you stole from your customers.
You're so funny. Have fun riding the coattails of my Kronii coin.
All
Have a
right.
nice day.
All right, have
If
a
you
good one.
can.
All right, have
I'm
a
going
good
to have
one,
a
you
great day.
miserable
I'm
scrub.
gonna drink this pina colada.
All right.
Delicious.
Wow, so you are
I
in the
am
Bahamas.
drinking,
Very
having
nice.
a blast at the expense of your
At the
suffering
expense of your
and skill
customers.
issue. Have
Right,
a great
okay,
day,
Have a great
ma'am.
day. Bye. Bye. Awesome. So did you hear that? Drinking a pina colada? But was that with the money of her customers? No, she wouldn't say that out loud. She's starting to realize that there are holes being poked in her logic. It is what it is, everyone. I've done what I can to expose this scam to the absolute utmost of my ability. People who want to continue buying this coin, they will do so, and there's nothing that I can do to stop them. I have done my due diligence as a journalist to try and give my scoop on what this coin is up to. At the end of the day, it's your choice. I can't really tell you what to do. I've never been able to tell you what to do. But at this point, what I'm glad that I did is I'm glad that I provided you all with a source of information. And now you all can take in the facts and decide for yourself whether to invest or to pull out and never invest in something suspicious like this ever again. We've heard a bunch of different stories. We've got a bunch of different perspectives. At the end of the day, I will probably see Kronii in court. I will probably see Gigi in court. There's nothing that I can do about that. I am a journalist after all. But with that being said, I'm your Mori. I hope you'll remember me. I bet you thought that I was going to promote some kind of shitcoin at the end of this. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to promote my shitcoin. But what I am going to promote is my solo live, if you'd like to come see it and support me. If you come see it and support me, I can do more investigations into people that are trying to mess with society and your wallets and taking vacations to the Bahamas with your money. If you come see the show, I guess that's about it, everyone. Everybody, take care of yourselves, and I'll catch you guys on the flip side. This has been Callie. Take care.